Morning YouTube, 7 a.m. Friday morning, still a little bit dark, and after a pleasant week where it's been quite dry apart from a couple of small showers, I'm going to get a job done that I've been trying to get done for about a month because it's been just too wet. And that is, we're out with the Grillo climber today on a small wildlife area that we look after. Like I say, it's just been underwater, but I noticed yesterday the water sort of disappeared. It's still a bit soft, but this machine's quite light and it will do the job what we need today. So I'll get you some footage once we get to site. Site's about 20 minutes away. I shall get you some footage of the job and the machine. The grass and the weeds in the area are quite tall at the moment, but this machine will knock it down. It's just like a mini flail. So stay tuned, we shall get you some footage. So here's our Grillo climber. Feel a bit like Super Mario Kart when you're driving this bit of kit. But it's small, compact and it's lightweight for this job because the tractor will just get stuck. So I shall show you the task in hand. There we have it, a wildlife garden. Most of the stuff's 6 foot, as you can see, taller than me. So we shall get a start. we have the finished job. So guys, that was the finished job there that you've seen. Big difference, like I said this morning. Some of the stuff, although it's winter and it's dying off, it's 6 foot tall, so it takes a good powered machine to get through it. And this Grillo, I used an Eticia one of these about 15 years ago, and I think Eticia sort of, I might be wrong, someone could tell me if I am wrong. I think Eticia were the first ones to bring this type of machine out, and everybody else has followed suit. Iseki do one. There's various ones out there. I think everybody's sort of, all the big firms starting to do them. But you've seen the capabilities of it. I mean, it knocked that grass down, and we've sort of raked the thick off, and then I've cut it again. In fact, I've cut it 3 times today. So we cut it originally on the highest setting what you saw, and then I ran over it again. Then my guy, who you can see in the back of the video, he raked the thick off, and then we cut it again just so that it knocks it down to very little being on the areas you saw at the end. It's very clean. So like I said, it's done a good job. Anybody thinking of buying one of these machines, whether it's Grillo or the others, like I say, they're all pretty much the same, based on the same thing. I would definitely buy them, not just for rough areas. They're multi-use. You can still cut fine grass with them. And in a previous video you may have seen I was cutting some really steep banks, and it sticks to the banks better than obviously zero turns. They just slip down banks, and the same with standers, they just slip down banks. So it's that multi-use. And even if you buy 2 or 3 blades at the start of the year, which is what I tend to do, and for jobs like that, because there was a few stones in there as well, I'll put a rough blade on, and then I'll have a fine blade if we're doing sort of banks where we do the school contract where it's all banks. I'll put a fine blade on. So I've got a couple of blades, and then I always sort of have a spare one as well, just in case the worst case thing happens and something goes wrong. So the speed of the machine, stuff like that, you don't want to be going too fast, because you'll just hack away at it, and you'll have to do pass after pass after pass. So a reasonable pace to go over it, which you saw in the video, gets 99% of the stuff, and chews it up well. I mean, you've got your 6 foot tall stuff, but as the machine's gliding over it at the start, it's chopping it, but then it's chopping it again and again and again, because you're driving over that stuff as the machine pushes it down. So it's probably getting numerous cuts to cut it down in size. So when the guy's raking it off there, when Jamie was raking it off, it is only the small, it's down to small stuff. So the machine sort of leaves a row behind, and he sort of rakes up, a bit like a re-discharge. It will leave a row of grass, and he will rake the row of grass up. So on areas like that, I think there's about 14 lines, so about 28 wheelbarrows. I think he got off that area, which sounds a lot, but it's not in the form of grass. It's maybe a quarter of a load on the van that we've got to pick up. So great machine, can't praise them enough. As well as that Grillo, as people know, we also have numerous other Grillos. We have a cut and collect high tip. We have the small walk behind, similar to that machine what we've just used today, which we use on tight public footpaths, which does a great job. So, and we have another Grillo, I just can't think what it is. We have 4 in total. Yeah, so definitely anybody looking, price tag, they're all about 8,000, because obviously they're the smaller ones. There are larger ones, but I bought this for things like public rights of way and other things which we can't get anything bigger in, to be honest. So it does the job. So like I say, it's these are sort of game changers really. Years ago, area like that that's so wet where you can't get a tractor in, we would be strimming that. 2 men would be strimming it in a day and raking it off and then having to strim it again. So thanks for watching. If you're not already doing so, if you can like and subscribe to the channel, and we will see you on the next one. Thanks for watching, guys.